Well, hello folks, and welcome to another shaving video. So today I will be using Shaver Boy, and now Shaver Boy is one of those. It is a Canadian company, and the blades are made in China. So it's basically one of those. You call it one of those Chinese manufacturing folks. Just tell them, hey, make me, 10,000 blades. You send them a graphics. Here's my graphics. Can you put this on the package? Yes, we can. How much are you going to charge me? And that's basically what the guys at Shaver Boy did. I don't know if this company is even still in business. I did buy a 100 count pack of theirs, so I will be having it for a while. And yes, and I forgot, I actually have another Ariana and Evans shave soap. I forgot all about it. It's Tertius, and I guess this is the Spanish. It might be a Spanish word. I don't know. It might be a Latin word, but I take it from the picture in the front, which is the Spanish conquistador, or Spanish conquistador. It might have something to do with them. And yes, this one again is the one that's got the beef tallow, the goat milk, the ox milk, actually water buffalo milk, and chamomile oil from Japan. Okay, lanolin, of course, agave, bentonite clay, beeswax, none beeswax. So it's got a lot of good stuff in here. It is all natural. I don't see any super long, names of phenyl and methyl and halides and stuff like that in there. So it's all natural. These soaps, looks like this one is a lighter clay color, the burnt skin. now some do. I guess what they do is they'll go in and they'll smoothen it out, which is nice. But of course, then they may charge you extra for that. But some of the higher end shave soap that I've purchased, they actually go in and they smooth it out. But this is, I forgot how much I paid for this. I think it's about $15 to $20, depending on the soap that you buy. Now this one's got like a leathery. If you have a leather scented shave soap, to me, it smells like the other shave soap that I have that's in the leather scent category. So it's like that's basically what it is. It's like a leathery scent, and I guess these guys do wear a lot of leather and plate armor. That was the armor that the 16th century, the 15th, 16th century conquistador, when they came over to the New World. It was a combination of plate armor and leather, and I think chainmail too. But but I guess if you walked up, other than the smell of under armpit and sweat, the armor probably had a leathery scent to it. So let me lather it up, and I'll be right back. Whoop. All right, and we're back. So let's get the shaving. So let me lather up. Get a spit in or two. All right, so there you go, plenty of water. Yeah, so it looks like in election news, it's probably going to head to a constitutional House vote. Which means that no, it's not the congressional House member who's going to be voting, but the state legislator will choose one person as the state electoral to go vote. So it will be a per state vote, and of course There are more Republican ran legislators. It's something like 30 to 20. Yeah, it's basically about 30 to 20. There's about 30 states in the U.S. that's ran by Republican legislators to like 20 ran by Republican. You know, and of course, I've been talking to people, and I've been telling folks, hey, look, man, you know, liberals who flee California, or escape from New York, they still vote liberal. So don't believe in this. Those California folks come to our state. Hopefully, they see their ways, they see their evil, their idiotic ways, and they vote differently. No, it doesn't happen. Yeah, and as for this soap, it's and of course the Shaver Boy razor is a mild blade. It's not razor, it's a blade. It is a mild blade. It's not bad. It is made in China, so it could be the same as the Mingxi and all of those other. For some reason, those Chinese blades are expensive. It could be, I don't know. So if you want a Chinese blade, but you don't want to pay that expensive price, it could be call that quantity. Or quantity, that's over here in the U.S. All right, so yeah, and it is kind of a pasty. Although I didn't whisk it for like a minute or two, so I don't mind the pasty shaving soap. All right. And yes, the soap has, now that I've got it, whisked up, and actually while I was whisking up, I was like, hey, it's like a musky, leathery scent, almost like a musky cologne scent, not a underarm musky scent, which I like. This, so it's like a. So once you get it lathered up, it's got, especially when it's on the face, like I said, the musky, there's like a musky scent coming off of it. It's like a musky, leathery scent. Very manly. I could have cut myself there. Yeah, so today is a Sunday shave. And of course, yesterday I did watch some of the YouTubers who streamed or recorded videos of the Million Mega March. There was an estimated anywhere between 200 to 300,000 showed up, which is what I expected. I was hoping maybe more, but this is something that was like 5 days. Because most marches, take months to organize. It's like, hey, we're gonna have the Million Man March. We're gonna have the Million Man March in January. This is like, it allows people to take time off of work. Allows for people to, plan, like, hey, let me go ahead and get my, because if you order airline tickets this week for DC, if you ever ordered airline tickets, short notice, it is expensive. It is not cheap. It's the green. I like the scent of this soap. It's Very manly. So they say leathery, musky scent. So yes, so yeah, the conquistador, I don't know if I'm pronouncing it correctly, the conquistador, who came over in the 16th, 17th century to South America in search of gold, which we were taught in school that they plundered South America of all of its gold, sent it back to Spain. The question is, where the hell is all that gold? Spain is broke right now. Now maybe the monarchy has it, I don't know. Alright, let me change out the blade. And that shows you the power of the, of weapon. It basically the, it was like shows you the power of the boomstick. Something like 300 men were able to take on the is it the Inca, or it wasn't the Aztec? It was probably the Inca. Whoever was down in South America. They what is that? The conquistador didn't come over with like a huge army. It was a small 300, because you couldn't fit a whole lot of, because they had to put horses on the ship too, so they couldn't fit a whole lot of men. You had the sailors. Get as much as I can on here. Right, the only difference is, of course, the natives were, they too were bloodthirsty. Of course, I love Mel Gibson's movie Apocalypto. It's it showed the savagery of the the Incas, or what was it that was in that movie? Your village gets attacked, and it's just pretty much you. It's just pretty much the men of the village got to defend. And of course, the story is the hero's village gets attacked. His wife and kids, and his buddy, I think, gets taken. To the if you weren't sacrificed to the sun god, you were made a slave. Now, in the movie, the women and children were made into slave, and then the men that were captured from these surrounding villages were getting their heart chopped out. Yeah, so those Indians in South America, lots of them, they were all fighting and killing each other. So it wasn't like a bunch of innocent, nuts and berries gathering people. Yeah, and I've been telling folks, same thing, hey, this is going to take some time. This next week is when we're going to see something move in Trump's favor. Yeah, you may not like Trump, but at least his policies is pro-U.S., bringing jobs, manufacturing back to the U.S. Two things I remember under Obama. One is fuel here in Texas remained around the $45 mark per gallon. Yes, under Obama, fuel was expensive, One, two, the insurance premium and deductibles, quadrupled for the 100 or the 200 million working Americans, so they can put 20 million Americans on the insurance that they could not use. So they basically made the rest of our insurance pretty much unusable. Because I state in other videos, most of us do go to the doctor. We spend about 200 to 300, maybe $400 or $500 if you get special testing here and there or special medication. And yes, and Trump's not lying when he says that medication around the world, especially in Europe, is way cheaper in the U.S. I had a family relative who went to Europe for job related, so it wasn't a vacation because things are locked down. They only allow you in, for job related. And there was a medicine here that, because they were complaining because it was $20 a pill. So while they were in Europe for the job, they went to a pharmacy. It was the same pill. It was like $4 for a bottle. So it wasn't even $4 a pill. It was $4 for a bottle, no prescription needed. It was the exact same pill over the counter. $4 for a bottle. I don't know how many was in the bottle, but basically it's $4 for a bottle over the counter, no prescription needed. Here in the U.S., you need a prescription, so you gotta go see your doctor or go see a doctor. And it's $20 a pill. Yes, they were happy. They texted me, "Hey man, that medicine I was complaining about? Yeah." So oh my God, it's like $4 for a bottle here, and no prescription needed. Big old smiley faces. I'm like, hey man, that's what Trump is pushing for. He's trying to get that over here in the U.S. So now you got these Democrats who are voting for higher prescription, higher medical bill, open border. Let's flood in illegals so that they take all of the blue collar jobs. Don't believe these ignoramus when they say, oh, all these guys are doing is mowing your grass and cleaning your toilet. No, these people do have a brain, and they can do blue collar work. They can work in the office. They can type. They're going to be taking your job, and you will be the one that's going to be mowing the grass, and cleaning the toilet while they're sitting at the cubicle typing on the computer. And believe me, the majority of the illegals coming over do have a brain. That's the reason why they're coming over, because, well, I would say they have half a brain, and these folks are the same as the liberals who are fleeing California. They will come into the U.S. and they will vote socialism. It's like, didn't you just do this back in your home country? Vote for socialism. That's the reason why you're in the mess you're in, is because you voted socialism. So yeah, don't believe anyone who says, yeah, man, liberals. Just look at Oregon, Washington State, Nevada, Arizona. Yes, Arizona's been red since 1952. And, luckily for Texas, we have Arizona and New Mexico as buffer states. Hopefully they settle in Arizona and New Mexico before they get to Texas. And of course, here in Texas, we have a very big conservative population that is able to absorb a lot of the liberals coming from California. And I don't think New York, no, after the New Yorkers are heading to Florida. But yeah, we are, and of course we are, far away from California also. So we're able to absorb a lot of them because of the large conservative population we have. But of course, we can only absorb so much. And hoping that these folks change their mind once they get here, that's not happening. The problem is we got them. So I was talking to another person. He's like, no, it's not the folks come from California. It's the young kids who are voting, for Democrats. And I'm like, well, not. I was telling him yes and no, because the 18 to 25 age bracket, they may yell. They may be the one in the street yelling, orange man bad. They're not the ones who are voting. So the ones who are voting are the 30 or the 30 plus. The 18 to 25 they're just yelling in the street, but they're not the ones who are voting. It's, some of them probably are, but it's a small percentage of the 18 to 25 are actually voting. So we have a combination of the 18 to 25 who are voting for socialism. Then you got the socialists from California coming into Texas who are still voting socialist. Just look at Austin. And of course, Austin's always been blue. They've been blue since LBJ's time, and they haven't turned red. They just passed a thing is called Bill. Of course, Texas, not Texas. It's called Bill A or something A, raise the property tax by 25%, and of course you got that weasel, Elon Musk, who's he's kind of like Tim Pool. Don't believe Elon Musk is a leftist tard, and he's in Austin, trying to dig tunnels. I'm assuming for subways. It's like, hey man, Texas, our ground shifts. If you own a house in Texas, you're going to have to get your foundation fixed eventually. It's not a question of if, but when. So this knucklehead, and of course in Austin, when it rains, because of all the hills, and Austin is in a low-lying area, it floods. So if it's a heavy rain, hopefully they put some really heavy-duty pumps in these tunnels or in these subway tunnels that Elon Musk is trying to. It might be for cars. I don't know. I'm assuming it's going to be for a subway system. I don't know why. If it's for cars, I don't know why they're digging tunnels for cars. I know the traffic in Austin is bad. It's a big blue city. But we'll see. Well, anyways, thanks for watching. Well, anyways, hold on. I do recommend Tertius, and by Ariana and Evans, or short A&E, Tertius, and it is a leathery scent when you sniff it in the container, but once you lather it up, it brings out a musky, so it's like a musky, leathery scent, very manly, as it is all natural. As you can see the ingredients on the side. Like I said, none of those super long 20 character long chemical that's in a lot of the unfortunately a lot of the British shave soaps do have those chemicals in it. Some of them are of course preservatives, and others are I don't know what they're for, but they're in there. But and that's the reason why I prefer the mom and pop soap, because they're all natural, they work, they smell good. See here. Oh yeah, it's pig fat. Yeah, this one not only does it have beef tallow, but it's got pig fat in it. Manteca. I guess it's a Spanish word for pig fat. It's right there in the middle. If I get it to, there you go. Get it to autofocus. Yeah, and that's one of the reasons why I got this. Hey, there's pig fat in this. Let me get it for that. And it is very smooth, and even the after you wash off your face, on my hand, I still have that leathery, musky scent, and no nicks. So Shaver Boy and the Rockwell 6S did its job. The soap did its job, and my face does feel a little dry. Of course, you gotta do after shave. Lotion, stuff like that. So yes, so I definitely recommend this soap. Check it out. And I think because of all of the extra stuff in there, this one might be the $20 one, which is not bad. $20 is still not too bad. For me, once it gets into the $25 range is when I start to go, yeah, I don't know, may not get this. All right, well that's it. I recommend the soap. And if you are a Trump supporter, if you are a Trumpster, and you're kind of getting worried, like I said, give it time. The Trump team are doing their thing. The wheel of the courts kind of goes slow, but of course, since this is the presidential election, it is the case is pushed to the front of everything. It is expedited, triple times expedited. So as I said, if anything is going to turn, it's going to be next week. Something about this Dominions software, which I don't, I have to look into. But yeah, things are going to happen next week. Okay, well, thank you, and have a good one.